or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lo and thank you so much for tuning into a brand new story time. First of all, before we get into the video, hey new subscribers, oh my gosh, y'all was running up these videos. Hey y'all, thank you so much for choosing to be a part of this family and this journey with me. Go watch all the videos. I know y'all gonna do that though, right? Okay, if you are not new, welcome back. Hey friend, listen, I know I've been missing for a long time and I'm here now. Life has just been, I know y'all probably be like, Lo, you always say you're not gonna give us excuses, but here you are. Listen, Linda, okay? A lot has been going on. Y'all know, if y'all follow me on Instagram, I just had a wedding anniversary. I just had my husband's birthday. I just had my birthday. First of all, thank y'all so much for all the birthday wishes, but really thank y'all so much for keeping me in your thoughts and your prayers and all of the encouraging and kind messages that y'all were sending me the day after my birthday. If you didn't know, my papa passed away the day after my birthday last year. So thank y'all so much for thinking of me and just trying to keep my spirits uplifted. It was kind of hard this year, but I know my grandpa wouldn't want me to be sad, especially not on my birthday. So thank y'all. Y'all really did help me a lot, and y'all really do mean a lot more to me than y'all probably actually realize. So thank you so much for all of that. And I think that's it. So let's get into the story. I don't know what I'm going to title this, but just know it has something to do with me technically almost having a side dude. Listen, one more thing before we get into the story. If you are the type of person who is going to tell me, I should have did this, I could have did this, if you were me, you would have did this, two wrongs don't make a right. I'm going to give you some time right now to exit out of this video. This is not the video for you. This video is very messy and I don't want to hear it. Keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Because if you knew who Sean was, like if you have not watched the Narc X series part 1 through 3, if you have, you cool. Because you already know. You already know how terrible of a person he was. If you have not watched that and you coming on here to judge me, I'm going to just go ahead and let you exit the video and you can go to your mama house and judge her. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all some time. Okay, so I know if you stayed, you're messy, cause me too. So the guy in this story, we are going to name him Kai. Don't know why, I just really like that name. He looked like he could be a Kai. Not short for anything, just Kai. Not Kyle, not just Kai. Okay, so Kai and I actually kind of met before I went to school in August because he slid into my Twitter DMs and he just told me he was so infatuated with how I looked and he just knew I was going to be his. Keep in mind, nobody knew that me and Sean were together until we actually like popped out when me and him actually was at school. But I was tweeting about him like everybody knew I had a boyfriend. They just didn't know who said boyfriend was. You feel me? So he would just say stuff like,
I see you tweeting about your little boyfriend, and I don't think that's a good idea that you have a boyfriend you going to school. Like, long distance relationships don't ever work. You were freshmen, like, just be out here having fun, like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
And I would just be like, it's actually funny that you say that because my boyfriend goes to our school, babe. He literally goes to our school. He's just like, he was thinking like my boyfriend was like this lame. He wasn't no freshman. He was very much lame, but this lame, like, he like, I don't care about none of that. Like, I'm dead and all of that shit. Like, I want you. You don't even know me though. Okay, so small world. Actually, it was not a small world because HBCUs are actually very small, so everybody really does know everybody. But I get to school and I pop out with Sean, and turns out Sean and Kai actually know each other. And I'll talk about like, what's up, bro? How you been? How you living? You good? Is you straight? Like, y'all friends for real. And when he found out that Sean was my boyfriend, he still did not care. So let me just pause this to say, guys, I know a couple guys at least to watch my videos. I know for sure. Guys, if you are watching this, let me just say this. Your friends, niggas in general, but especially your homeboys who you be out here vibing with, kicking it with, going to play ball with, partying with, all of that, them niggas can't wait for you to slip up. And I'm telling you this because this is not the only time that this has happened, not just with Sean. A couple times this has happened. When me and Devin broke up that one time, yeah, that's a different story. Just know, niggas can't wait for you to slip up. They can't wait for you to slip up. They can't wait for you and your girlfriend to break up. They cannot wait. Because they're going to be there to pick up all the pieces. I'm just saying. That's just facts. That's what it is. Be careful who you call your bro, your twin, partner, all of that. Be careful. Because these guys out here, they really don't care. And they can't wait for you to mess up so they can go in and swoop in and save the day. I'm just saying. So, it would be instances where Sean would be talking to Kai and they would dap each other up, and Kai would just be like looking through my soul. Now let me just say this, Kai was fine as hell, okay? Let me just, a spade is a spade. We gonna call a spade a spade. That man was fine as hell, okay? He would just be undressing me with his eyes. And I would be telling my roommate, like, bitch. My roommate was all for me not being tied down to anybody. But she's like, you can just have 2 boyfriends. Like, that sounds like a lot of fun. Just do that. And I'm like, bitch, no. I'm not finna do that. Like, no. So, hold on. That was for that one girl who told me I always take a sip before I start my videos. That was what for you, sis. But yeah, so let me see. The first week of school, y'all know the little thing happened with the hypnosis show, and Sean brought the girl, and then it was my birthday the next day, and he left with the girl, da da da. So that whole week, plenty of stuff was happening, not just on campus, off campus too. And Kai was a part of a fraternity. Should I say the fraternity? Is that too messy? I'm not gonna say the fraternity, but just know he was a part of one of the better fraternities on campus. And one day me and my roommate were walking. Me and my roommate, our schedules meshed perfectly, and we had classes in the same buildings, just different classes, so we was always together. So one day we was walking through this one little building. She had to like print something off at a computer lab or something, and who do we see? Kai. So he walked up to us and he's like, what's up, beautiful? How you been? How you adjusting to college life? Like, how's it going? Whoopty whoopty woo. We just sitting there talking to him. He's like, my frat is hosting a party at the club, like it was like that night or like the next night or whatever. Let's just say tonight. And y'all should come. Like, don't even worry about paying at the door, drinks on me all night, like whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And here go my roommate. Okay, yeah, we'll come. Bitch, what? No. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, I don't know. I'll think about it. And he's like, what is there to think about? Like, just come out, have a good time. Like, it's cool. All the freshmen gonna be there. Like, just come out. And I'm just like, I don't know if my boyfriend would like that. Why does nigga say
he gonna be there?
Y'all, Sean didn't tell me a thing. Who gonna be there? He's like, yeah, he gonna be there. Y'all see? Y'all see the type of shit? Do y'all see? So I'm just like, because before this, I had never been to a club, like a real adult club. I've been to like teen clubs before, but like a for real club with like grown men, no. It was giving me anxiety. So he's like, just think about it. And I'm just like, I don't know. I didn't end up going. Me and my roommate, we just did whatever at the room, on campus, whatever. We didn't end up going. So fast forward like, I don't know, like 3-4 weeks. We just adjusting to being in college. We adjusting to our classes. We just adjusting to being independent young adults, okay? Young scholars. 2 months after this first encounter with Kai. We see him, we speak to him in passing, all of this and that, right? Now, this day he must have been feeling a little low, but pause right here. This was during a time where I for sure found out that Sean had cheated on me once, for sure. I know he slept with a girl. And 2, he was talking to all of these different females, and one of the excuses for a girl number that he had was he said she came up to him and asked for his number, and he just didn't know how to say no, so he just gave it to her. But he didn't really plan on like communicating with her, but it's like a long thread of y'all's messages, of y'all flirting back and forth, and she knows he has a girlfriend. If you finna tell me like, oh, you should, bro, I told you to leave like a few minutes ago and you're still here. So I don't want to hear it in the comments. If you still stayed, if you didn't listen to me and you finna tell me something, I don't want to hear it. Keep it to yourself. So Kai must have just been feeling very bold this day. But we were in the library, me and my roommate, and he came. It was like him and like 2 of his frat brothers. He came. He was like, what's up, y'all? Like, gave us hugs, what's going on? He was talking to me. He was like, how's your day going, beautiful? And I'm just like, you know, like, it's good. Like, I'm clearly stressed out because I don't know why my boyfriend don't know how to keep his weenie in his pants, number 1. And number 2, why he don't know how to keep his weenie, like, so I'm just like, you know, it's just, I'm living, I'm here. So he's like, you good? Like, you want to talk about anything? And I'm just like, no, like, very hesitant. So he's like, okay, I'll tell you what. I'm finna go to class, but put my number in your phone and text me at such and such time, like whenever you got out of class. So I'm just like, okay. He's like, you know what? And he takes my phone, put his number in, calls himself, and then he's like, I'm gonna text you because you be playing. I'm just like, okay. So he leaves. Him and his line brothers, they leave. They go. He go to class. They do go wherever they going. And my roommate just sitting there looking at me like, bitch, it's go time. It's go time for what? Like, what do you mean? So he did just that. My roommate had left. I think she had class. I didn't have any more classes for the rest of the day, but he called me. He's like, where you at? I'm like, I'm still in the library, but I'm about to go back to my dorm. So he's like, stay there. I'm finna come get you, and I want to walk you to your dorm. Now, listen to what this man said. I'm just like, Kai, you have a truck. Like, why would you walk me to my dorm? He's like, it's gonna make sense when I get there. If you attended a HBCU, ever been to a HBCU, know anything about HBCUs, you know that they are in the hood. That's how they were built. HBCUs were built in lower income parts of town, bad parts of town. And my school was big in the sense of, it was like a big perimeter because all the buildings were like scattered. And my dorm, because it was like newer, it was like all the way in the back corner of campus. So everything was far. My classes, the caf, the gym, like everything, the library, everything was super duper far. So the library from where I was at, walking to my dorm was probably 20-25 minutes walking in the hot. Was it? Yeah, it was still kind of hot. And as opposed to like a 5-minute car ride. And he got back to the library, and I'm just like, why would you say you want to walk me to my dorm when you have a truck? And he's like, because it's gonna take us longer walking to get to your dorm, and I could get to know you better. Like, we could talk longer if we walk as opposed to me just dropping you off at your dorm. This was before I moved off of campus 1. Keep up if you really paid attention in the series about Sean. This was before I moved out of my dorm with my roommate and moved in with Sean, and this is before I had my car. So I'm just like, in my head, like, that was like kind of cute, but on the outside I'm just like, okay, y'all, I'm not even done. So we walking. I remember this shit like it was yesterday. We were walking. I had my book bag on this arm, and I'm holding my laptop like this, and he grabs, like, you know, the little hook at the top of a book bag where you can like put it on like a door, like a hook, or like whatever, like the little loopy part. He grabs the top of that like while it's on my shoulder, and he's like, let me get this, like, you good, I got you. Took the book bag, y'all, said book bag that Sean told me I was gonna have to run him that money back for. He took quite literally took the load off my shoulders. Like, you good, like, why would you even think I'm finna let you carry this? Because the book bag was heavy, I'm not even gonna hold you. It was like a couple books in there, like, we don't even need these big gigantic ass books. Took the Sean could never, because if I was with Sean and I'm walking slow because I got this heavy ass shit, Sean would be like, you need to put some pep in your step and come on, because you slowing us down. And my stupid ass was just like, that's my boyfriend, I'm gonna stick beside him. Like, y'all. So we walking, we getting to know each other. This man is a vibe. He's fine as hell. He got his own truck. He got his own house, y'all. Not no trap apartment with sticky ass furniture and a fucking deflated ass air mattress on the floor. He got his own spot. He got a bed with the damn box spring and a headboard. He got a good paying job. He's well respected on campus. He's part of a prestigious fraternity. Like, I don't know why I stayed with you. It was because, honestly, I do know why. It was because I was in love with him, or what I thought love to be at like 19 years old. Or at least I thought I fell in love with him before all of the bad stuff started happening, which is why I was telling y'all, like, he was really like playing the role. Like, he was not showing his true character until he know I was hooked and I was not going nowhere. So, anyways, me and Kai walk into my door and get to know each other. We get there and I'm just like, I appreciate this like so much. Like, thank you so much. Like, you didn't even have to do that. Like, that was mad cool of you. So he's just like, you know, I'm just trying to show you how you should be treated. Even though this was like very small, but you know, at this point, everybody knows that I'm getting dogged out and dragged through the mud by Sean. He doing me dirty. He not respecting our relationship. He's cheating. He's doing all of this. And Kai's like, it's just unfortunate that you can't see that you're worth more than that. Like, you can't even see your worth. You can't even see that you deserve to be treated better than what you're allowing yourself to be treated at this very moment. Like, it's unfortunate because I could show you better than that. And I don't care that you got a man. Like, straight out of his mouth, verbatim. I don't care that you got a man. I don't care. Like, that nigga don't deserve you. So I'm just like, wow. Like, it hit different when, like, somebody telling you that, like, to your face, especially a guy. Like, I knew that, like, deep down inside, but hearing that from somebody and them, like, seeing what I see and telling me, that shit hit different. So I'm just like, but he's like, we don't never have to do nothing that you don't want to do. Like, we moving at your pace, we going off your vibe. Like, whatever you want to do, I'm cool with it. Whatever you don't want to do, I'm cool with that too.
I'm just not ready for all of this. It's just
y'all. So I go inside. I like don't invite him into my dorm or nothing like that. For one, you gotta like sign in people, and it was just giving messy. I got a roommate, even though she probably would have just been all here for it. So after that, some more weeks go by and it's turning into months at this point. Me and Sean's communication is very bad at this point. He's not checking in. He's not answering phone calls. He's not FaceTiming anymore. We're not seeing each other. Remember how I told y'all before I moved in with him, I would be to his house like every single weekend. It was like hella weekends going past where I just would not see him. He would have an excuse. It was just like, I don't know. So the less time I was spending with Sean, low-key the more time I was spending with Kai, and not just one-on-one, but normally the setup would be like me and my roommate, him, and then like 2 or 3 of his line brothers, and we would just all be kicking it in the cab. We would walk around campus. We would be in the library. Like, we would just kick it like in a group setting, but still me and Kai are obviously still talking, because I feel like his roommates, I mean his line brothers, like knew what was going on. Of course my roommate know, like he liked me, he trying to get at me and all of this and that. So it was just giving, like, he was just giving off the vibe like, I want to take care of you. Like, if I needed some money, he would put money in my pocket. If I needed to talk, if he just knew by looking at me. If my vibe was off, I wouldn't even have to open up my mouth to communicate that. He would just be like, come on, let's go for a walk real quick. Like, tell me what's going on. I would tell him, like, Sean did this, Sean did that. And he would just give me, like, some real ass advice. Like, not just because I want you and I want you to leave this nigga alone, but because I'm a guy and this is how guys think, this is how guys move. Maybe he's blah, 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 blah. Like, really, like, put me on game. So, y'all, this is what's really gonna top the cake for me. And this situation really, like, had my foot, like, one of my feet out the door. Like, I was literally, like, it was probably giving like 68% of me. Like, that's it. It's a wrap for Sean, because it's really a guy out here who's showing me I don't have to beg, I don't have to cry, I don't have to plead, I don't have to tell you this is how I should be treated. Like, the bare minimum. So y'all, listen. One day I had class. This had to be on a Thursday because I had late classes Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sean dropped me off to class and he told me he was gonna come pick me up, right? So I'm in class. We hear that it's starting to thunder and lightning and rain while I'm in class. I'm like, I don't have no umbrella. I got this little ass jacket. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do in my building. Like I told y'all, it's hella far from my dorm. I don't want to walk all the way back to my dorm. But I'm like, oh crap, like Sean's gonna come get me, right? So I'm texting him like, hey babe, are you on your way? I'm gonna be wrapped up with class. It's raining. Like, can you just be waiting for me outside? No text back. Text him again, question mark. No text back. Call. It's almost like he was declining my calls. I'm gonna not say he was declining my calls because I wouldn't hope that you would. Actually, he would. So let's just say he was declining my calls. I'll call him like 3-4 times. Decline, voicemail, decline. So at this point, I'm just standing looking at all of this rain. It's puddles. It's a lot going on, y'all. I had like 30 inches of weave in my hair. I'm like, I'm gonna get sick, number one. I'm gonna have to wash my hair. That's gonna be a headache. Like, this, no. So who do I call, y'all? Kai. I called Kai and I said, hey, what you doing? He like,
nothing. What's up, beautiful?
I'm just like, Sean was supposed to come get me from class, but he's not answering the phone. So do you think it would be too much for you to like just come get me and then just drop me off at my dorm? He's like, what building you in? I told him the building. I'm gonna be there in 2-3 minutes. Click. Y'all, just like that. I called him, no worries, I got you, be there 2 to 3 minutes. He pulled up in his truck, y'all. He pulled up. It's raining so hard where your windshield wipers gotta be like. He pulled up. He put his truck in park. He got out, had an umbrella, came to get me, walked me back to his truck, put me in, and drove me to my dorm. Y'all, that right there, like, I know that may seem like very minor, like, okay, like he can't, but that right there was huge to me. I'm begging my boyfriend, like, begging him, like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know I can't walk all the way back to my dorm. And I called this man and he just swooped, like, no questions asked, no nothing. I need you, you there for me, I got you. That's what my man's supposed to be doing, right? Y'all, like, and I was just telling him, like, bro, like, I don't understand why you're so stuck on me, because it's not like girls not practically throwing themselves at you. I've seen it when we're out in group settings, when we're out just talking, hanging, kicking it. Girls approach them all the time, and he's just like, that's cool and everything, but when I have my eyes set on somebody, like, it's like tunnel vision. Like, I'm trying to get you to see, I want you for real, for real. Like, this is what I want. This is how I'm stepping. These are the actions that's coming. I'm just like, man, like, I'm flabbergasted, y'all, because I never been exposed to, like, a grown man before him. Like, for real, for real. Like, this is what it's like to be treated how I want to be treated. I don't have to beg. I don't have to plead. I don't have to cry. I don't have to do nothing. Like, given the circumstances, like, normally this would be so wrong. Like, you got a man, why is you even, like, entertaining? But y'all know that man was Sean. Like, please, please, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So after that, I felt myself, like, catching feelings for him. And y'all, we never did anything physical. Like, the most this nigga did was give me a hug. Like, we never did nothing. Keep this in mind for what I'm finna say. So I don't know, probably like 2-3 more days. Sean never apologized for not coming to get me. He just acted like, oh, I forgot. Okay, no worries. I made it in safely. No worries. So let's say like 3-4 days go by, and Sean is like, after you get done with classes, like, he got an attitude. After you get done, after you get done with classes, we need to talk. And I'm just like, okay, talk about what? So he's like, after you get done with classes, we're gonna talk. Okay. So I'm not thinking nothing. I'm just like, okay. So he comes to meet me on campus, and we're talking, like, out in the open, y'all. Like, we're on, like, the quad talking at a table, and he's like, you know, my homies have been coming up to me telling me that they see you and this Kai walking like this, hand in hand, on campus. I busted out laughing. I'm like, what? What? He's like, multiple people have told me that. I'm like, well, multiple people are telling you lies. Like, what? I'm not, y'all, I never held this nigga hand or nothing. Like, I promise I never did none of that. I'm just like, what? No, that's not true, but believe what you want to believe. So once he seen that I was, like, saying, like, I don't care, like, believe what you want to believe, instead of me, like, trying to plead my case, like, why would you even believe that? Like, why would, he knew something was up. So he's like, do you be hanging out with him? I'm just like, yeah, me, and I said my roommate name, and him and his line manager, just like, sometimes we go study at the library. What I be trying to do with you? Sometimes we go to the caf. What I be trying to do with you? Like, yeah, we be kicking it. We be hanging out. He like, how long y'all been hanging out? Y'all, Sean was so disconnected from our relationship. He didn't even realize I had been kicking it with this man for like 3-4 months at this point. I'm just like, since August. He's like, what? I'm just like, nothing is going on. Like, I'm like, I know he, like, has, like, a little crush on me. I'm trying to, like, downplay the shit. I'm like, I know he got, like, a little crush on me or whatever, but it's, he's like, and you really entertaining this man. Entertaining? No. Kicking it with? Yeah. He's like, so tell me, did y'all have sex?
Huh?
Y'all, I'm flabbergasted that you think, number one, that you could come check me about some stuff when you out here. I'm just like, no, we never had sex. He's like, let me see your phone. I give him my phone. He going through all of our messages. Yes, the messages were inappropriate on, not on my behalf. Maybe he was inappropriate on my behalf because I was entertaining it. But Kai would be saying stuff like, bro, I know I said we going off your vibe, we going at your speed, we going on your pace. But if ever given a chance, baby, if you gave me that chance, and if y'all know the chance that I'm referring to, use your imaginations, okay, you would really be off that man.
What do you mean by that?
Talking about Sean. And you ever just look at a nigga and just like just look at him and just know like, oh, I just know he's slaying good weenie. I just know it. I just know he's slaying good weenie. I know it. That was Kai. Like, you don't even have to tell. I believe you. And I know if I would have gave him a chance, it would have been over with. It would have been wraps, chicken wraps for Sean. I'm just like, no, we never had sex. We never did nothing. We just be kicking it. And he's walked me to my dorm. I'm telling him all the tea. He's walked me to my dorm the day that you were supposed to come get me when it was raining, and I made a big deal about it. He's the one who came and took me to my dorm. And he's just looking at me with like, I don't know if it's like disgust or like sadness. I really don't give a damn either way. But it's like, once he realized that it's really a nigga out here that's just as popular, if not more, that who name holds just as much weight as you, that's stepping about your girlfriend, now it's a problem. Because he swore up and down, ain't nobody gonna want me at that school. Ain't nobody gonna want you. Kai was not the only one, let me just say that. He like, ain't nobody gonna want you. Bet. So he's like, I just feel like we need to reevaluate our relationship. Like, if you love me how you say you love me, like, you wouldn't even be doing this. And I'm explaining to him, like, if you love me how you said you love me, you wouldn't be screwing all of these different girls and getting numbers and flirting and doing this and that. Like, you disrespected me first, so I'm matching your energy. What? Like, and I know we should have broke up. I know I, again, don't want to hear it. I don't care. So, y'all, this was like the first time that I actually like really seen Sean. Like, he's like, dang, I really want to like fight for my relationship, because I damn near got like some competition. And I feel like if Kai was any other guy, like if Kai was just this random freshman who he didn't know, and just, he wouldn't care. Like, he would get mad. He would try to flip the script. He would do all of that. But because you know this man, you know who he is, you know how he coming, now you care. Okay. So, I don't know. He just manipulated his way back into my good graces, and he's like, I'm gonna block all of these girls. I'm not gonna talk to nobody. I'm not gonna look at nobody. We just gonna work on our relationship. I'm gonna work on my communication, but you gotta stop talking to Kai. Like, you gotta block him. If you see him on campus, you gotta walk the other way. Like, you can't hug him, you can't look at him, you can't do nothing. And I'm not finna do that, number one, because he is like my friend. Granted, I know he has feelings for me, but that's still my friend at the end of the day. I'm not just finna cut him off cold turkey. So I told Kai exactly what me and Sean talked about, and I'm just like, I don't know. I just have a lot to figure out, regardless of if that's I want to stay with him or if we're going to break up. I just don't want you to distract me, because if we keep doing this, the influence is going to be based off of you. And I don't want it to be that. And even if me and Sean did break up, it's not like I was just going to jump into a new relationship with Kai. Like, that wasn't going to be the case. But y'all, literally, when I told him I had that talk with Sean and we need to cool it, he was literally like,
I'm gonna be here when that nigga mess up again, and the next time, you're gonna be mine.
okay, Kai, made the best man win. Hell, so yeah, so I was just like, okay, sound good. Like, sound good. So yeah, we stopped like talking as much. I would still see him here and there. I would still hug him. I'm not even gonna hold you. But as far as like us kicking it and chilling and doing all of that, that stopped. And then after that, few months go by, and then all of this stuff happened. In part 3 of the series about Sean, we break up. I move from that city and then go move back in with my mom, y'all know. And he called me probably like, I don't know, like 2-3 months after the breakup, because I had my phone off for like 2 whole months. I never turned my phone on that whole time. I actually deleted my Instagram and I deactivated my Twitter. So I guess like one day he just seen me like a little active, and he was just like, oh, she turned her phone back on. And he was calling and texting me like for those 2 months that my phone was off. Like when I finally did turn it back on, plenty of people were, but he definitely was calling and texting me, just checking up on me. And I guess he was just like, well, damn, like if you just don't want to text back, I guess she ghosted me, like, I don't know. But when he did call like that one random night, I was just saying like, I wasn't ignoring you, I'm just depressed and blah 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 blah. He was just like, I'm just glad that you got up out of that jam. Like, I'm happy that you finally like stood up for yourself type shit. And honestly, the like little bit of romantic feelings that I was starting to get for him, they had been gone like at that point when we were talking on the phone now. But I still wanted to be friends. Like, that was still my homie at the end of the day. Like, you a real ass nigga for the stuff that you did for me. Like, you was there for me when my own man couldn't be there for me. Like, I appreciate you for that, like, for sure. So that was that. Few months later, me and Devin started dating. I think he got a girlfriend, and I would never like go and like, I'm not condoning what he was doing. I would never do that. Like, if he had a girlfriend that was mistreating him, I would never like try to put myself in their relationship. Like, I could treat you better than her. Like, I could do this, I could do that. Like, if we was meant to be, we would have been meant to be. But that's not who I was meant to be with. You feel me? So after that, yeah, that was really it. And I guess my takeaway from this is, number one, never think that just because a guy says that he loves you, that's enough for you to say. Just because he says that he loves you, not showing that he loves you. Because I was really going off of words, because your actions is telling me otherwise. But Sean was just so slick with how he talked. He was so good with words. It was just like, a few minutes ago I was finna leave you, and then now we going back to your house. Like, I don't. Just know that it's really guys out here who value you, who will show you what your worth is, who you won't have to beg them to do things for you. Like, I'm talking about the bare minimum. And then when I met Devin, like, I thought Kai was really like doing his big one. Devin was Kai times 20. Like, I never had to ask for reassurance. I never had to ask for good communication. I never had to ask for nothing. It's really guys out here who are all for you. You would never have to question that. They will never make you think twice about it. Like, it's really guys out here, like, for real, for real. And y'all, that's not even, Kai is not even the only guy who was basically like, I know you got a man and I know how to keep a secret. Or, I know you got a man and I'm not worried about him. I'm just saying. And Sean was really like, ain't nobody gonna want you. Well, your homies are telling me a different story and giving me a different vibe. So which one is true? Like, I could have did that nigga so dirty. And in hindsight, I would not have did him dirty. I would just broke up with him and just live my best life. But that's not how my cards were supposed to fall on the table. That's not what was meant for me. I went through that for a reason. And honestly, I'm glad that I did, because I wouldn't be the woman that I am right now if I didn't go through that. So, I know. Somebody's going to be disappointed in me. And again, don't care. It was what it was. And I could have been way worse. Because I really could have, like, I could have been like, I'm trying to do whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And Kai would have been like, absolutely we can, let's go. Like, but yeah, y'all, that was about the time that I almost technically kind of a little bit had a side dude, but not really, but a little bit I did. Yeah. So if you made it to the end of the video, I think I'm going to start doing this now just to see who really messed with me and who don't. If you made it to the end of the video, I want you to go in the comment section and tell me what your current favorite song is. It don't matter the song, it don't matter who, it don't matter what type of music. Tell me your current favorite song that you just keep on repeat, like you can't get enough of it. I'm going to tell y'all mine. My current favorite song that I just found out about this group, they are called Flow. I'm in between Cardboard Box and Summertime. Check them out, FLO, Cardboard Box and Summertime. It's giving like early 2000s, late 90s vibes. Like, they did their big one with them two songs. But anyways, yes, tell me your current favorite song. If you are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. Hit the bell notification. Tell me also if y'all bell notifications be working when I upload, because some people tell me like they don't get notified, and I know it's like kind of iffy with YouTube sometimes, because even the channels that I'm subscribed to, I don't never get their notifications. I just be checking to see, like, or I know their schedules, like when they upload or whatever. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I'm back on my grind this week. I'm going to hurry up and edit this and get this out to y'all today. It is Wednesday, August 24th, and it is currently 1:04, so this will be out later today. I'm gonna go edit it right now, and I will see y'all in my next story time. Bye, y'all. Also, this is like a little extra tidbit that I wanted to add. It was one girl in my comments on one of my videos, and she said, wow, imagine, no, what she said, she was like, you talk about your husband in your videos sometimes, and I can't believe that you're comfortable like speaking on these guys when you have a husband. First of all, my apologies for you thinking that I would ever be with an insecure man. Imagine that. I couldn't even imagine that in my wildest dreams, number one. Number two, do y'all not be seeing Devin comment? He be in my comments. Sometimes on some of my videos, his comments are pinned. He knows these stories already, babe. We laugh about these. He roasts me for these. And number three, why would he care about a guy that I had dealings with or an experience that I had before I even knew he existed? This was way before. I'm talking about high school or Sean, or like months before I met him. Why would he sit up here and get mad or feel some type of way about stuff that happened prior to him? Imagine that. So, not too much on my husband. So y'all, tell me, I don't care if I was wrong. I said, well, you said if you had a husband. So when you get married, we can revisit this, because you can't really talk to me too much about a marriage when you don't, like, get a husband first, and then we can talk about what you would or wouldn't do. I didn't have to say that, right? I didn't, but I did. When I said that, she deleted the comment. So if I had a husband, I wouldn't. So I don't care. Yeah. So not too much on that, but yeah, don't comment stuff like that, because normally I do just delete stuff and block people off my channel when they get too besides themselves. I'm all here for y'all having opinions. I love reading through y'all comments. Disagree, agree, whatever. Imagine you really thinking that made sense. That was all.